Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Gravedigger Gwen Dillon has a secret. She's dead. In order to avoid turning into a mindless, shambling zombie, she must eat the brain of a recently deceased person. In addition to renewed life, she also gains their memories and feelings, and feels compelled to resolve their unfinished business. Along with her friends Ellie the Ghost and Spot the Were-Terrier, she uncovers a vast conspiracy involving monster hunters, vampires, and mummies in Chris Roberson and Mike Allred's iZombie. Hey, welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 96. iZombie, my name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
Holy crap.
That's hilarious.
Every time that I thought I was going to start the show, some new noise entered the picture.
I swear we were sitting here, we were just talking for like 15 minutes, like, what about this and that, yeah. And then, you go to hit record and, like, you hear a car, like, race down the street and, like, the motorboat starts and what else? Something.
Neighbors.
They just, like, clanged around.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's like a yin and yang, like, battle.
Right.
You know, the Lex Luthor Superman, the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner.
So, I'm Lex Luthor and Noise is Superman?
Yeah.
Because they're winning.
Yeah.
And I'm getting cancer from the kryptonite.
Yeah, but it's the classic chase that everyone loves.
Yeah.
So you're doing your service to entertain the world, or at least me.
I hope that I can at least entertain you.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really all I can wish for. So yeah, iZombie. Liberating. iZombie. Something. White Zombie song. Called
Okay.
iZombie. And
Okay.
that was the extent of the lyrics that I knew.
I didn't know they had a song. Damn it, probably would have picked that, but I picked something else. So.
I figured it's obvious anyway, and you're not a huge White Rob Zombie fan anyway. So,
Right.
Yeah. It's not my pick, so.
I'm a small White Rob Zombie fan.
Right.
Yeah. Was that a solo thing, or is that a White Zombie?
No, that was off of Astro Creep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I like
It was
that
the track before More Human Than Human.
Oh, well, see, that's why I always fast forward right to that on my cassette. It's like if I'm going out to the pool hall tonight, I'm gonna be rocking More Human Than Human as I zip into the parking lot.
Hey, you know what though? And I mean this in all seriousness. At the time More Human Than Human came out, I fucking had my mind blown.
Really?
Oh yeah, I loved that song.
I liked it.
I still like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's 15 years later of hearing it every other day on the radio.
Right.
You grow a little tired of things.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I bought Astro Creep 2000, and I liked it, but I still loved the Sixers. I thought that was always my favorite.
I really liked Astro Creep better.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was a more diverse album. There was a lot more experimentation on it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I really like it. La Sexorcisto. So, don't get me wrong.
I just liked how, Sexorcisto, or however you pronounce it, it was, more... I mean, it was, weird and odd, but it was, kind of simple. It was just, just, grooves and sweet samples, and that was, the gist of it. And then Astro Kid got a little, it had, some weird sounding, techno-y parts. And yeah, I mean, they were experimenting, they were trying new things, and I respect that, but I liked their simpler sound, I think.
So,
I'm a simple man.
So, the stuff before Last Exorcisto?
That was too simple.
Okay.
Yeah. Like let them die slowly. And I found a cassette of that at second time around when I was a teenager, and I was like, oh wow, this is that rare white zombie thing, and I bought it, and I was like, it's okay.
I only first heard those like about 8 years ago or so. My ex had them. And so, like, I listened to it. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you have this. I've never heard these. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like a DVD extra. It's cool to see where this came from, but, the movie's usually better than the extras.
Right.
Yeah. It's like they figured out their sound and style, and that's why those two albums are,
good.
More famous. And more, in print.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been White Zombie Talk.
Yeah. If you have any questions about Rob Zombie or White Zombie, email us at zombietalk.gototrash.net
or something. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I don't think we should talk about it at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe we should save it for later.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I really don't have, I don't know, not much else to say.
Right.
I've had I've not had a great week, but, nothing that, talking about it would, make anyone sympathize.
Right. I've had a couple things going on this week. One of them I don't really want to talk about on here.
Okay.
But, I gave probably just some old drunk man, or not. Okay, I should rephrase this. Not an old drunk man, but just an old alcoholic hobo.
All right.
I gave him a stack of money this week, which probably was a horrible idea.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna turn it into a comic, so I don't really want to tell the whole story. But
that's fine.
I gave away my spending money for the week to who is potentially just a lying drunken man.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Well, you're an idiot.
I am.
Yeah.
I know. But he was 70 years old, and I believed him, and he didn't smell like alcohol. He was dressed nice, but he was just,
That's how they get you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I felt really stupid about it later, but I figured a way to turn it into an entertaining comic.
Okay,
so it was worth it. It was worth it.
Well, we don't want to spoil your comic before.
That's right. It'll be in Veggie Dog Saturday number 5, which will hopefully premiere at Space 2011. So watch out for that.
You got a short amount of time to do it.
I know, but it's only going to be 3 stories, and I've actually started drawing all 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
So
at the same time, that's weird. How do you keep it?
I know. I like doing that though, because one of them's real serious, and one of them's just goofy. Actually, you saw the one.
I saw the cover,
and then I showed you that 3-page story too, with the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
So I finished that one. It's all inked.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's done. So I just have the other 2 to do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Exciting. And new.
Exciting
and new.
Oh, and new. I said and no.
Love Moat.
I heard they have the first season of Alf on DVD at GameSwap. Someone mentioned it. So, if anyone's looking for that, head on over to GameSwap. Alien Lifeform, Gordon Shumway?
I know what Alf is.
Okay.
I'm not sure why you brought that up.
I don't know either.
At all.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I just figured.
Because I'm pretty sure they've had all the seasons there.
Oh, really?
At GameStop.
I've never noticed. I didn't know. Yeah, one of our customers just mentioned it the other day. He's like, I was at GameStop and they had the first season of Alf. I was like, I didn't even know those were on DVD.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty hot. Hot stuff.
Sure.
And what have you been doing other than,
I already told you, not much.
Oh, yeah? You got the little bit of Dr. Creep action going on.
I've been working. Just overworking, I guess, is what you might call it, too. I haven't been to bed before midnight at all this week. Because I've been staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning just working.
Yeah.
For free.
That's a late night work.
for free.
Yeah.
And then have to go to my real work where, I get paid, and it's been working on shit that is duller than fucking dirt.
Like airplane part stuff? Or
Yeah, well, it's for all that, but, it's just formatting things.
Gosh.
Comparing lists to other lists. And making sure that one list matches the other.
Wow.
Printing out paperwork to make sure that those lists are properly filed in their list category.
Jeez. That does sound like fun. Comparing lists, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like the Indiana Jones of
list comparing.
Of list comparing. It's so exciting the way you describe it. I wish I did that. The only list I ever see are Magic customers lists.
Yeah. In common. Common files.
Occasionally. Yeah, that's right. Every Wednesday.
I'll send you a list every Tuesday.
That's true.
Because that's how much of a nerd I've become.
Hey, don't feel bad. There's one guy that calls every Wednesday morning and reads off this giant list of things that he wants us to just pull. And occasionally, because he usually looks it up on the internet, the ship list. Occasionally, he doesn't have access to the internet. He's just on his break at work, and he's like, just read off what came out today. And we read off the 50 titles.
Right.
But to his credit, he buys seriously, if 50 books come out, he buys 30 of them. I mean, he buys a shitload of books. He's an $80 a week file customer.
I wish I could be an $80 a week file customer. That way, I'd maybe actually cut down on my file. Currently now have 3.
3 comics?
3 files.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you had a lot more than 3. Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah. Had to start a third one on Friday when I went in.
Wow.
Of course you weren't there.
Friday?
Yeah.
I was there till 4.
Yeah, I was there at 7. And had to deal with other Matt and the retard.
No.
And other Matt I know, he and I have not had much interaction, so he doesn't know the fact that I like to handle my own file.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just, I like to keep that one perk of being a former employee to unless it's you or Jeremy, I really like to not have anyone else fuck with my file.
Yeah. And it's not you're not one of those guys that's so worried that a corner is going to be crinkled.
No, I don't care about that. I just, I just like to do it myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're a big boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can handle yourself.
Yeah. But my friend was with me, and she bought a couple books, and 2 of them were the same because she was buying one for me, because she was very nice.
Yeah, that's
and
very cool.
The retard rang her out, and he was like, you have 2 of the same, and then started a conversation about the book she was buying with her. Despite the fact that apparently, according to others, he doesn't talk to anyone else, ever.
Usually not females.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give I would say he's socially retarded. I will qualify that. But
he is a dumb fuck.
He's not a retard.
Oh, he's so retarded you can catch it.
He's alright. He's just oblivious and socially awkward. I think he's alright.
He is beyond oblivious. If there was something more than oblivious, that's what he is.
Yeah, I agree. Like the phone will ring, and he's just
I was there with you 2 weeks ago, and you were off helping customers, and he was behind the magic showcase, and the phone started ringing, and he just fucking stood there like a dumb fuck, and didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't register anything around him.
Right.
None of the magic people were actively needing anything at that point in time.
You just kind of watched him, right?
Yeah, and you from clear across the store, after the 20th ring, were like, "Hey Jerry, do you have the phone?" Which he did. I mean, it was
near him. It was very near him.
2 feet away from him.
Right.
100 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got to the point where I almost answered the phone if I would have known where it was.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome, actually.
I know how to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Mavericks.
See? Yeah, you clearly were in a play at one time. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I like him. He's oblivious. He is the king of obliviousness.
He's among the worst Mavericks employees that I've ever had to deal with. There's 2 others. I'm one of them.
Oh, jeez. So, yeah.
Yeah.
iZombie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to try to segue, but
Oh,
yeah, we can just blatantly fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, at Mavericks, we sell a comic called
That's
iZombie.
kind of what I was going to do.
Okay.
Hey, you did it. There we go.
Yeah.
iZombie.
iZombie! Chris Robertson, who
Yes.
I've never heard of,
Never at all.
and Mike Allred, who I have heard of.
I have heard of him as well. Let me go ahead and start by saying
Uh-huh.
I fucking love Mike Allred.
Uh-huh.
I think he is a fantastic artist. Every time he does something new, I really look forward to it. Even his terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see it. And it was awful. But I was excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're excited even after you saw it? Like,
Not after, because it was awful.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was like, yeah, good for him. You know, what a piece of shit, but way to go, Mike.
right.
Yeah.
That's what he said. It's way to go. Well, I mean, you're like, well, at least he did it.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So if you did another movie, you'd probably
Yeah.
buy that too.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah, I think he is fantastic. I think he is a creative force to be reckoned with. I think he has earned his place as a comic superstar. He was in Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Madman is among my top favorite comics of all time. Big fan. I love the Atomics. X-Force with Peter Milligan was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never bought it, and I probably never will. But I think the stuff that he does with the
Golden Plates.
the golden plates.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome art.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Cannot believe how beautiful his art is in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Never read it, but
Yeah.
amazing. And in iZombie, his art is also fantastic.
I kind of think I may see where you're going with this.
I think there's some things in there stylistically which I don't think work all that well.
For his art?
Yeah, in this book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's him or Laura Allred, his wife/colorist.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like scenes where like a flashback or like something will happen and it's got like that zipatone pattern over it. I think that doesn't work every place in it.
Okay.
But I think for the most part his art is as strong in this book as it has ever been.
Yeah.
It's too bad I fucking hated it.
The
book.
The book, yeah. Yeah, I remember you said, I don't know if you said this in the last episode.
I believe I did.
You bought the first 2.
Yeah.
Didn't really like them.
Yeah.
But you know, you were willing to not veto.
You know, there were 3 other issues have come out. You know, maybe it really stepped up its game. You know, and like I think I've proven that I am a big Mike Allred fan.
Yeah.
I really want to like stuff that he does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But this wasn't the one. This didn't do it. Do you think it's just poorly written, or just not your thing?
It's my thing. It's zombies. It's vampires. It's a sort of lighthearted comedic take on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was poorly executed. I think the style of the writing, and again, I've never heard of this Chris Robertson guy or whatever, but the style of the writing to me comes off as someone who really wanted to write like Madman fan fiction.
Okay, yeah.
And just couldn't do it. And, like, you know, yet somehow became friends with Mike Allred, and they're like, well, okay, so you're Madman fan fiction is terrible, but maybe you'll do something good on a whole new idea. And it just really comes off as like a poor man's Mike Allred wrote this.
I see where you're coming from. I on the other hand actually really liked it. I don't think it's brilliant by any means. Like I don't think it's a particularly great story. I just think it's really fun and the characters are good. Like I think it's kind of like the bubblegum. It's like a pop song. It's like a really good pop song.
And I hate pop songs. I hate bubblegum pop songs.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is actually a little bit closer to what I was trying to say. Cause, that's Mike Allred. Like all the Madman characters, like the Atomics, everything like that. It's all very fun and pop and kind of bubblegummy.
A little kitschy and retro.
Yeah. Retro, definitely.
Yeah.
Like characters have like crazy slang and,
right.
they all dress like they're from the 60s and mod and stuff like that. And they all doing this, but it just seems like a really poor carbon copy of that.
I can see that. I haven't read Mad Men in a long time.
This is difficult to say because I think I've said Mad Men.
Yeah,
I've said Mad Man.
Yeah. I watch Mad Men more often than I read Mad Men. But I loved Mad Men. Mad Men. Yeah, I read the first 2 series. I loved them, and I read the Dark Horse series. I loved it, and then I picked up maybe 1 or 2 of the Image ones, and I just kind of forgot that I was buying them, and I didn't buy 3 and 4 or something like that.
Right.
And I just kind of haven't read them in a while, and I never read Atomics, so for me, it's not as much more of what I have seen a lot of because I've kind of forgotten about the old Mad Men. I haven't read them since I first read them. I thought it was fun, especially contrasting with what I expected this book to be. Was I actually thought it was by Peter Milligan. I even told you it was by Peter Milligan or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, you emailed me. It was do you want issue 3? Because Peter Milligan's not writing it anymore.
I know. Yeah, both the first 2, and I was I saw number 3. I was Peter Milligan's not writing it anymore. What the fuck? Chris Robertson, why did they switch? And for some reason, because I hadn't even read the first 2 yet by the time number 3 came out. But yeah, I expect it to be just another really dark Vertigo,
right?
Where the characters say sort of witty, subversive things, and then they all have sex, and then it's zombies. Right. That's what I expected, and I was really happy to find something that wasn't as intelligent as I expected. Maybe not that curse words and sex is intelligent, but it is. I mean, it's smart. Yeah. I mean, smart people say fuck, and then they finger their buddies in the butt or whatever. Right. That's what smart people do. So this was it was a lot more fun and light than I expected. It was I read these all while I ate breakfast for 2 or 3 days,
right.
And I thought it was perfect. It's I'm excited to keep buying this to have something kind of light to read in the morning, and it's not. It's not brilliant, not a great story. I will agree with you 100% on that, but I will say that I totally enjoyed it.
I can't imagine the world that you live in that you would think anything that had Mike Allred attached to it would not be light.
Well,
even a Vertigo book.
Even the X-Force and X-Static stuff, it got kind of dark.
It got kind of dark, but at the same time, it was still really... it was dark in the way that it was pretty much just making fun of the X-Men mythology.
Yeah.
X-Men, it was a joke. It was a joke comic.
Right. Yeah, it was a dark comedy.
Right. And, Madman occasionally dips into darkness here and there, and can't say for certain, but I'm gonna guess the Golden Plates is not exactly a laugh riot either.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if you hear someone tell you this story, it'll be hard not to.
That's true. Yeah. But fucking Mormons.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, I guess from the title and like the description of it, I just like
his art in general.
imagine you would think it would be a dark story.
Well, I remember, I forget what comic it was in, but like the last few pages of the first issue, I think it's like the last 4 pages where she's digging up this guy's body and like she's part of his brain, and then she has memories of him like being murdered. That was a preview in another Vertigo book. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what Vertigo book I was reading, but so I read that, and like that was like by far the darkest 4 pages of the 5 issues.
Right.
And then so like from that I was like, oh wow, maybe Mike Allred's trying a new territory. Like this is like him going in a different direction. So it was completely not what I expected, but
well, sadly for me, it was exactly what I've already read before from him.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not even writing this.
Right.
Because it is full of, you know, those cooler than thou hipster girls. You know, like even if they're zombies and ghosts and vampires, they're all kind of the same.
Yeah, I will say, like, my least favorite part about the writing is some of the dialogue. Yeah. It just seems kind of like just flat. Yeah.
Well, it's flat, but it's flat while it's trying to be
hip. And,
yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's like your 60-year-old aunt is writing like a hip comic.
Yes.
You're like, that's a good try, Aunt Bernice.
Yeah. And honestly, actually, there's one thing in this that I think when I read it, I was like, Jason's really gonna like this, I think.
Is or isn't?
Is.
Oh, okay.
And the main character's name is Gwen Dillon.
Yeah.
You love a pun.
Yeah.
It's a pun name.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I wanted to fucking reach through the comic and punch people.
Yeah, I mean, but it's cool that they're bringing, like, I don't know. I mean, like you said, there's a zombie, there's a vampire, there's sort of a werewolf. I mean, he's like a weird terrier.
He's a were-terrier.
Yeah. There's a mummy. There's a ghost. I mean, it's like all your fun, like, Halloween favorite characters, and it's not. I mean, it's not like Monster Squad or anything, but it's I think it's a fun, lighthearted horror kind of thing.
Like I said, like from the concept, you know, the idea of it, this is definitely my thing. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a book that should be geared for me. Like, I am geared for it, you know, and but just the execution of it was just a big letdown, and was just like I said, it's trying way too hard to be, you know,
another comic, a different comic.
Yeah.
It almost seems too like especially from the dialogue and just, you know, like the narration that Gwen Dillon, the narration and the dialogue. A lot of it too. It seems like maybe they're writing for like. Maybe people a little younger than me and you, like maybe like teenage to 20-year-old people, you know, and like, not that kids are dumb, but I mean,
they're dumber than we are.
They're dumber than we are. I mean, they don't say fuck; they stick their fingers in each other's butts. Yeah, they're not smart people. But I don't know. I just thought it was fun, and then like I haven't said anything about the artwork. But yeah, I agree. It's some of my favorite Mike Allred art. Like, I think it looks awesome. There's like a little wispiness to it that's in like the second. It seems like the second half of the Mad Men current series, or the most current series. I don't know if it's still going.
No, it's over. Let me go ahead and say this: that there is a good possibility I really dislike this simply because it's not Mad Men.
Yeah.
Because every time it seems like he'll do 10 issues of Mad Men, and then like go off on like some other jaunty expedition, and just completely forget about the thing that's awesome about him.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like with David Lapham when it's like, you know, please just be doing Stray Bullets. That's what we love.
Yeah,
that's what we love you so much. We don't want to see you do a Punisher, Daredevil, Batman. We don't want it. We don't want 30 Days a Night. We want Stray Bullets.
Right. And the thing with Dave Lapham, though, unfortunately, is that the market can't support his book.
Exactly.
But the market has totally proven that it can support Mad Men. It has for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get, I get that, all right, I kind of want to do something different for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it seems like he is always doing that.
And he never, like he went to Golden Plates. I don't think he even did, like...
I don't think he finished that at all. Yeah.
So it's not like he, I don't know, maybe he could just alternate. Like, do like a couple of this, couple of that, instead of like...
And like, I loved X-Force. But even then, there was still like, well, where the fuck is Madman?
Really? See, I always liked Mad Men. Like, this is how cool I am. I read the first miniseries as it came out, but only because my brother was actually really hip and 5 years older than me. But like in the I don't know what year that was, like 90 or whatever. He was buying them, and I read them, and I was like, wow, this is great. And I've been a long time fan. Like I really love Mad Men. But to me, the X-Force Ecstatic stuff was like 10 times better.
Like I said, I loved it, but when it first started, I was just like, why the fuck are you doing this?
And
go back to Madman.
Right.
And at that time, Peter Milligan was sort of at that. He still is, but, it's like, is this going to be the good Peter Milligan or the bad Peter Milligan?
I think it was the best Peter Milligan.
It was one of the best Peter Milligans. Shade the Change Man being good.
Shade the Change Man's fucking great, too. But yeah, like you said, this, I don't know how indicative Mavericks is to the market in general, but yeah, we saw like 7 copies of iZombie, and we always sold like,
It seems pretty good for a Vertigo book.
It is pretty good for us for a Vertigo book.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, we sold at least that many of Mad Men, so it's not like, he launched onto this cash cow or, latched on. But, yeah, maybe he just got bored and he wants to try something different for a while, and when this series, fails, he'll,
because it will. All Vertigo series do at some point.
Yeah, there's like one a year that does 100 issues. Like it starts, every year there's a Vertigo book that starts and it seems to last about 100 issues. Like Preacher, 100 Bullets Why, and I'm hoping Sweet Tooth is the one now.
Yeah, but I think Fables is still
Fables,
going. Hopefully Sweet Tooth, but
I don't think this one's gonna make
20 others that only last maybe 25 issues at the most.
Oh yeah, at the most. Yeah. Somehow Air is still hanging on.
It's gone.
Oh, is it gone?
Like 27 issues or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know one came out recently, but maybe it's over.
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Thank God that I read the preview for that book and it was terrible.
Yeah. No. We only order one copy, and it's for the guy that I was telling you that calls in and says, "Save me this and this." But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's my favorite zombie book that's coming out right now.
That's the only one you're reading.
It is the only one I read. Yeah,
you should be reading the other.
I know.
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Or Blackest Night.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I actually would kind of like to read the Zombies Who Ate the World. That looks really good.
I think
Guy
that's
Davis
over.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a collection.
Yeah.
Or often are. It was, I think, a French book that was translated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it like a French comic writer, or is like based on a...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was like based on a French novel or something.
No, I think it was a French comic that they translated to English.
That's cool. That's pretty sweet.
But,
do you want to say anything about the story? I mean, there's not a lot of story.
There really isn't.
She eats some guy's brain. She has his memories. She tries to avenge his death.
She winds up finding out that he was a dick.
Yeah. She kind of falls in love with... I did really like the idea of the vampires who run the paintball resort. And
it's clever.
Yeah.
And cute.
Yeah, cute. Yeah, it's cute. But and what was the other one? There was one other page. This is all the art, though. I don't think this is the story. Oh no, I do. Okay, one thing I liked about the story a lot, like it got a little less poppy in number 4 when he explained like all the different types of zombies and ghosts. I actually thought that was really cool.
It's like I said, everything about the concepts for this book I really enjoy.
Yeah.
It's all in the execution, and I just can't get past it. But yeah, like trying to explain how there are ghosts, zombies, vampires, and werewolves, or were-things.
Right.
It's the best explanation I've ever read.
Yeah, I thought that was like maybe my thinking is maybe like one day he wrote all that down just out of boredom at work or something. He was like, "Oh my god, I should write a comic around this," because that was like the best concept. I think was like his description of all the different, because there's like the zombies that are unthinking, and then there's like the zombies that are smart, and he wrote this pretty detailed like 3-page explanation in the comic about it. I thought that was cool, and I love in the issue 5 the scene where, was it Horatio? Is that his name?
Or no, the Asian guy.
Yeah. Is that his name? Okay. Yeah. Where they like Mike Allred shows the movement of them taking a walk. I love that. That's great.
Again, that's just another one of those Mike Allred things that is super awesome.
He's done before though,
and he has done something similar to that before. There was, I believe, issue 10 of the most recent volume of Madman. The entire comic, all 24 pages, was one panel.
Yeah, okay, I remember seeing you showed me that on your computer.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like genius territory right there. You did notice the Mad Men poster in the kids' room, right?
Oh, I did not.
He's got the Beatles Abbey Road parody.
Awesome.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's dumb fun. It's an action movie, or it's a pop song, or it's it's a Frosty and a cheeseburger. There's
I do love a Frosty and a cheeseburger.
Yeah, see, though you may love this book then.
Nah.
But you
on the page you just showed me actually brings up something that I've found in some recent comics that I'm not a fan of.
Oh, what's that?
Where we get one page, it's the last page of the book, and here's a bunch of random panels of stuff to be set up for future storylines.
They introduce 2 new characters in the last page, but they're not like together. They're like
right.
Yeah.
I dislike that a lot.
I'm not a fan either. It reminds me of like those old serials when like something would happen right at the end, and just trying to latch on.
Yeah, or it's basically it's a coming up next week.
Yeah,
and then oh my God, someone got shot. Tune in next time.
Yeah.
That's a cheap and shitty way to do that. Like, if you want to build your future storylines, you should do that from the get-go. Because that's another thing, is like, this was 5 issues, and this was like the quickest comic I think I've read for the show.
Yeah.
I mean, we even did a 170-page book at one point in time. It was quicker than that.
Yeah.
So they could, maybe this could do with a little bit of a denser storytelling approach, because it seems too light.
Well, see, then, I mean, I agree, that would probably make it more of a quality thing.
Right.
But what I actually like about it is that it's that light. I really do. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, I bet, maybe either by a different writer or just with this guy, like, I don't know, like pouring a little bit more into it. Right. I think it would be a bigger and better thing.
Right.
But
you don't want it to.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. Yeah, I want it to be. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't want my chewing gum to taste like
steak,
curry chicken. Yeah, I just want it to be chewing gum. So I don't know that I would like search out anything else this guy's written, but as long as Mike Allred stays drawing it, I'm in. Like if he quits, I probably will too. Maybe I'll give it like one more issue to see. But I really love Mike Allred's
because who knows?
art.
Maybe Mike Allred is holding this guy back.
Hey, maybe he's like, how about we do this and this? And he's like, no, dude, calm down. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Mike Allred spent all summer riding around on his bicycle with this guy, going door to door, like passing out Mormon pamphlets, and they like the whole time they were just talking about comics, and he was like, "Well, I'll write one. Why not?" I don't know.
I don't have much else or anything to say about it.
Well, I think your assessment is fair.
I think your assessment is fair.
All right. Well, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gutter trash.
I hope that the song you picked was like super metal, and that gets drowned out by the.
Probably actually. Welcome back to Gutter Trash. No, actually, I think it just kind of abruptly stops.
Oh, okay.
If I remember right. So yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
How are you? How the hell are you?
I'm okay.
I had to restart. I figured I'd warrant an expletive in there just to amp it up.
All right. Yeah, I'm a little hangovery today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A little hangovery.
A little hangovery.
Not much, but...
At this point, I mean, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. I've had a full day to recover, but, lack of pain medications to help dull it has... if I would have taken some pain medication, I probably would not be as hangover right now. Right, but I did not have any, but I drank a ton of water, and yeah, so I'm just kind of hangovery.
Well, you did have a couple of drinks last night.
I had a few.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I lost track after 4 beers, but I'm going to guess maybe less than 30.
Yeah.
So somewhere between 4 and 29.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, because we were at the same table and I kept seeing you get up and I was like, where's... Oh, there he is. He's up at the bar. So we could rewind, maybe.
We did something yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We live in Ohio and we still do stuff. What about it?
All right.
We're not just tipping cows.
Seems overtly defensive.
Well, if they're gonna call us out on it like that, like tell us
who's calling out who.
You can feel it coming through this.
What?
Everyone thinks that we just tip cows and
drink
and fuck sheep and yeah.
Well, we do, but not the cow tipping part.
Well, no. I don't know. I mean, is it 15? I don't even know. Is it 15%? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do? Is it about 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Less than a wait staff.
Right.
But, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 20% for wait staff.
Yeah.
If they're good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to factor in the quality of service.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
good night, folks.
Yeah. No, we did something kind of fun yesterday. We went to a church.
Yes, we did. I went to church,
and I went with you.
I survived.
Yeah.
I'm still here, folks.
No lightning.
You cannot stop me now. If God couldn't, you can't.
Well, maybe God just put a slow-acting pox upon you.
Oh, okay.
It's possible.
But yeah, we went to a church and received comedy lessons from a priest.
Yeah, a minister. He's not a Catholic.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. He's Lutheran. But yeah, we went to a marriage ceremony.
Oh.
Our buddies... Well...
Our buddy.
Yeah, I mean...
I've met her twice.
Yeah, she seems awesome.
Yeah.
But...
Well, she married Joe.
Yeah.
A spoiler.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Joe. I mean, about the burp, not the wedding.
I'm kind of sorry about that,
too. Yeah.
Because I'm going to take a wild guess in that post-reception, if anybody ever came up to him and complained about those assholes, they were probably talking about our table.
We may have been,
just the loudest.
Sitting there talking about Batman Year One while we were drunk and...
Oh, we do. Maybe you weren't paying attention, but I was a little offensive.
You hurled some expletives.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But Joe G. Joe Grunenwald.
Frequent guest.
Yeah.
And
is the secret out about that?
Oh, yeah.
About him.
He was Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so, yeah.
So frequent guest and co-host of the other Gutter Trash podcast.
Yeah.
He got married yesterday.
He tied the knot.
With the young and beautiful Jennifer Baxla.
Yeah.
And little boy's all grown up.
I know. It was touching. It was very touching.
I am going to put everything out there right now. During the reception, Jennifer's father got up to give a speech, and I pretty goddamn near cried.
Oh, I did. I cried. I cried.
I held it back.
Oh, man.
But, it was hard.
Wow, you're slightly more of a man than me, even. But yeah, I cried when he talked, and I cried when her sister talked.
I did not, because, no, yeah. I cried when he talked, and a little choked up when Mike, Joe's brother, went up.
Yeah, I was like, I thought his was really nice, and it was it was kind of a tear-jerking speech, but it didn't like.
You can't really follow up that.
Yeah. Oh man, her dad was so happy and so proud of her, and he loves her so much. I'm about to cry right now.
Me too.
Yeah. This one's for Jim. This show is dedicated to Jim Baxter.
He will never listen, nor should he.
Please don't listen, Jim. If you're listening, I'll turn it off and never listen to any prior episode. Yeah, no, he was great. It was such a good ceremony. I mean,
short.
Yeah.
I was appreciative of that.
Yeah, and like you said, full of minister jokes.
Yeah. Probably the only wedding ceremony anyone will ever go to in which STDs are mentioned.
And by the minister.
By the minister.
And it's not like your friend mailed away for his ordained membership.
Right.
This is a minister at a Lutheran church. He's like 70 years old or whatever. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, what a great ceremony and everything. Like I honestly, I've been to a handful of weddings, including my brother's and my mother's. Right. And this was the most enjoyable wedding I've ever attended. Like, it was just fun,
right.
And everyone was cool and nice, and I loved it.
I've only been to a couple of weddings. Both of my brothers, my former partner Bruce, I was best man at his wedding. And I mean, they all had their high points.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to say I was probably 13, maybe 12 at my middle brother's wedding, and that was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And, because I was 13 and I no longer had. I did not yet have the antisocial, cynical personality that I currently have. So, I enjoyed myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I saw you talking to strangers last night.
I didn't really talk to a lot of strangers.
The one guy, was his name Brian that was at our table?
I don't know.
I saw you talking to Brian.
Usually someone else would start the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, alcohol was probably
alcohol was a factor.
Right. Yeah.
It was a factor. Well, he was there. The ceremony ended. Sorry, Joe. And walked out and got ambushed by Joe's dad and brother.
Right.
And shook their hands and went outside and talked to you for a while. The reception wasn't for like another hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I just went home.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. What else was I gonna do? All the groomspeople got to go to a bar afterwards.
I know. Well, I was like, okay, yeah, I was one of the groomspeople. I thought, I don't know. I like, and like, this isn't me complaining, but I was like, oh wow, we go to the bar. Are they buying us all drinks or something?
Nope.
And we get to the bar, and it's just like we're all at the bar, and we're on our own. And I was like, oh, I got you, but I bought a beer for my lady friend and I.
Yeah.
And then we realized we're like, this is why. Every time we go to a wedding, like, this is why, you're at the reception, you're just waiting and waiting on the groomspeople. It's like they're getting hammered somewhere. I didn't know that. Because I've been in a couple of weddings, like my brother and one of my other friends, but, that never happened. It was always like the reception was, right there, right after, like at a very nearby place. So I didn't realize that was probably what usually happens.
When I was best man at Bruce's wedding, the reception was pretty much right after the wedding. Mm-hmm. It was in a different place, and there was some distance to travel to, but it was right after the fact. So like the entire wedding party, pretty much all arrived at the same time.
Right.
As all the guests.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because you're asking people to like, just like, okay, chill for an hour.
Right, yeah.
Like, that is kind of weird.
Especially because, I mean, I know for a fact that there were some people there who were from California.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Where are they going to go?
Well, there might have been more. The only person I know who's California was the groomsman.
There was a friend of, I believe, Joe and Juliet's that was there, who was from Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I think she just kind of hung out with Juliet.
As I say, maybe they went cow tipping or something.
Could be. Well, Juliet was DJing the reception, so I guess she just hung out with her while she was doing
setting
that.
Setting everything up. Yeah.
Like I said, I came home and I was gonna completely change clothes. Like I was gonna just put on shorts and a t-shirt and come by. And I'm glad I didn't because I would have stuck out.
Everybody was dressed really nice.
Everyone was still dressed up from the wedding.
Yeah.
I changed shirts because I was wearing a long sleeve button-up shirt and a sweater on top of that. So I switched out to a short sleeve polo shirt. And,
right. Still looked quite dapper.
I try. This is basically what I would wear to work here.
Yeah, I thought it was after the wedding. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go put my shorts and my Anthrax t-shirt, and I had no idea that I was like, oh really? But
well, the groom's people and the bridesmaids, they pretty much have to stay in costume.
Yeah.
If the bride and the groom do.
Yeah. That was fun. That was very fun.
I had a blast, and like I said, Jeremy and I arrived pretty much before everyone else. And
at the reception?
At the reception.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And we couldn't really figure out, what the deal with was where the seating was, because I completely ignored the table out front that had all the names listed.
Right.
And then Jeremy was like, I think there's a table out there. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool way to do it with the...
It was a really cool way.
They put a different board game on every table, and then, outside they had every guest's name with the corresponding board game.
Right.
Which table you're supposed to sit at. So
I found mine, and Jeremy was with me. He couldn't find his. I picked mine up, and it said, Eric Schonborn, the Batman game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy found his, and it was Jeremy Hoyt, the Batman game. Yeah. And I looked at him, and I was like, do you think they did this on purpose?
Well, I know Kathleen specifically asked Joe if she could sit with people. Because we weren't sure, she wasn't sure if she would get to sit with me or whatever.
Right.
We didn't know if we'd all have to, stand around them and pose or whatever.
Right. Yeah, because I know the one wedding I went to was all the bridesmaid and the groomsmen. There was a big table set up. It was almost like a roast situation.
Oh, really?
Where, the bride and groom were in the middle. And then, all the
bridal party.
The bridal party was, seated next to them. And so, if you're there, with, your spouse or your date or whatever, they all had to sit, at tables elsewhere.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
the setup. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say that this is probably the best organized and just overall fun and best wedding I've been to.
Yeah. I mean, it was
classy,
classy, but really fun. It wasn't stringent or anything. It was good job, guys.
Yeah. Wow. Do you have a complaint?
Oh.
I have a complaint.
I think I know what this is going to be.
Oh. If I'm not careful, this may turn into a rant.
Yeah.
As I said, I got there before a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy and I were there pretty much at the same time. We got to our table. There was somebody else already there. It was that Brian guy who Jeremy introduced himself to him, and I did not because I'm an antisocial dick.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just sitting there, and I was just kind of wondering out loud, I wonder what the situation with the bar is. Because, some weddings have an open bar, some weddings have a cash bar.
Yeah.
And so Jeremy got up and talked to Juliet and asked her if she knew. And Jeremy came back and said that she said that beer and wine free, and everything else you have to pay for.
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, free beer, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm in. Because, I'm not a huge beer drinker, but if it's free,
right,
I'm going to drink
beer.
Oh,
yeah.
And so I started drinking beer. And
continued to do so for quite some time.
Huh?
I said, and continued to do so for quite some time.
I continued to do so until they took the beer away.
From you, or just from the
bar?
The
building.
Yeah.
got to the point where the bartenders fucking loved me. Because I would come up and they'd already have the beer ready.
Yeah.
At one point, I was up there at the exact same time that Joe was, and they served me first.
Nice.
And then there was a time, probably around 10:30 or so. The thing started at like 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
You and I were both up there at the same time, and
Right.
You got yourself like a rum and coke or something.
Yeah. Which
And-
was about 70% rum.
Right.
I watched him put it in there. I was impressed.
Yeah. And then you just walked away with it.
Yeah.
What the fuck's that? Apparently, all the alcohol was free that night. It was a completely open bar.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you knew that, and I was just like, that's weird that he's drinking beer. I really thought that. Because I was like, I'm surprised. I know Eric likes, mixed drinks.
Uh-huh.
I was just drinking wine because that's all I really wanted.
Right.
But then towards the end of the evening, I was like, I'll go for it. I'll have something bigger. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I could have been completely wasted
Right.
on rum and whiskey.
Yeah.
Like an hour into the thing.
Well, see, maybe it's a good thing though, because maybe you would have been so trashed it would have been a bad
That's
scene.
true.
Maybe it's like.
I was pretty tipsy by the time dinner started.
Mm-hmm.
Then after dinner, the food soaked a lot of it up, and I started normalizing again.
Right.
And so then I had to catch it.
You had to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
That stupid food.
I was, huh?
That stupid fucking food soaking up all the booze.
Yeah. But yeah, I was pretty upset to learn that. And I think I even said, I've been drinking shitty fucking beer. And it was shitty beer.
Yeah.
All fucking night. When I could have not been.
I didn't try the beer. I didn't.
I think someone said it was Bud, even though it said it was Miller, but I don't know. Either way, it was free, and
I can't complain for free.
I can't complain too much for free,
Right.
but when everything else was free...
Right. All those bottles of everything, yeah. That's funny. That's kind of funny. And the food, man, wow.
The food was amazing.
Yeah.
That's easily the best wedding meal that I've ever had.
Oh. Easily for me.
Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Usually my wedding meals consist of crackers and cheese.
Right.
And lots of it.
Right.
And there was that there. I had some crackers and cheese, but man, there was like macaroni and cheese, there was like pepper poppers, there was fruit, there was
pasta.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh wow.
Stuffed mushrooms.
I had some of those. Those were good.
But you missed out, though, on one of the best things ever, though.
Oh.
Meatball pies.
Meatball pie, yeah.
Turns out that that's not what they were. But as far as Kathleen and I were concerned, that's exactly what they were.
Yeah.
And they were fucking awesome.
They were these tiny little,
they
look
were
like
little
pies.
pizzas.
Yeah, they look like pies.
Yeah.
But they were like the size of like the diameter of like a silver dollar.
Yeah.
But like, about an inch thick.
But like a stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's like the Gino's pizza rolls of royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes! The stuffed mushrooms were great.
Yeah.
They had prime rib, which was awesome.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Cupcakes, very good.
The cupcakes. I guess apparently, because I talked to my mom earlier today, apparently this is a thing at weddings now.
Cupcakes.
They do cupcakes.
Really?
Yeah. And, and obviously, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Because, if you order one big cake, not everybody likes the same type of cake.
Right.
And obviously, you want the bride to have whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But, if you want to accommodate everybody and, be nice about it.
You have to have ordered 5 cakes or something.
Right. So having, 6 different types of cupcakes, and everyone, everybody basically gets one.
Yeah.
And then there's leftovers afterwards.
Yeah, if it had been a chocolate cake, I wouldn't have had any chocolate cake.
Right, yeah.
I'm a vanilla guy, through and through.
Of course. But again, even at my friend Bruce's wedding, they ran out of cake.
Oh, wow.
Even him and his wife didn't get any.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Even on the honeymoon?
Maybe they got some
Okay.
cake on them. Maybe they picked up some hostess.
I was thinking of some. Okay.
You're thinking of pie.
Yeah. Meat. It was like a meat pie, basically what I was thinking. Like a quiche, maybe. Like a hot dog quiche.
Thank God he and I hate each other now, and he will never listen to this.
You never know.
But
yeah, great food.
Amazing food.
Drunken people dancing, line dancing.
Yeah.
Dancing to Thriller, dancing to, I don't know, the Decemberists. I mean, there was some sad...
There was a lot of sad bastard indie rock in there. And that's, primarily, like, I guess, because Juliet was the DJ, and I was talking to Matt, her boyfriend. I guess that's stuff that was specifically asked for by Joe and Jenny.
Okay.
And like all the stuff that got people to like get up on the dance floor and dance, that was all Brassfield stuff.
Yeah, like the Hey Ya.
Yeah.
I guess Britney Spears,
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
And I guess they cut off the microphone for the DJ like 10 minutes before midnight. And I guess Joe's dad wanted to get up on the mic and like give a speech before everything like closed down.
Oh yeah,
but couldn't because they shut off the power.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
At least again according to Brassfield. So
he probably, why didn't he just quiet everybody down and do it acoustic style?
At that point, everyone was super drunk. And,
there was a lot of drunk people.
Yeah, I don't think it's kind of hard to quiet down a rowdy crowd by that point. But we met some cool people. The guy sat next to you,
Josh.
Yeah, he was, according to you anyway, he was a groomsman. First time he had ever met Joe.
Yeah. That's great. They've been friends for like a decade online, I guess.
Yeah.
Like nerd friends, through like Flash. I thought they did Flash fan fiction together, but I guess that was a different thing that Joe did.
Right.
They just were like part of some sort of, I don't know, group online that talked about comics. But yeah, he was awesome. I liked that guy a lot.
Yeah, well, we were the nerd table.
Oh yeah, we were. I don't think any of us ever did. Oh no, Kathleen and Jeremy had a dance. Yeah.
That's
right.
For 45 seconds.
For about 45 seconds. Yeah. And about 10 seconds of which Jeremy was actually on the dance floor as opposed to the carpet. Yeah. Yeah, because most of the time he was dancing on the carpet. I was like, what is he on the dance floor? She's on the dance floor. Yeah, he's on the carpet, and they're dancing together.
But, there was that guy, and then the other guy, and then the other guy. And then the guy that didn't show up.
Yeah. Brassfield took his spot.
But yeah, it was the Mavericks table for the most part. Mm-hmm. We were the nerd table. We had the Batman game. Everyone else had real board games.
Yeah. big boy board games.
Yeah.
I'd rather play a Batman than,
Monopoly.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, fuck, yeah.
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 But, I'm gonna guess I was probably the drunkest person there.
I don't know. There was one guy on the dance floor. Oh, the drunkest person at our table?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, at the place.
Oh, well, there was one guy on the dance floor towards the end that looked like, I forget, I think it was Josh. Somebody said they saw him, like, drooling on himself. He was so drunk.
Wow.
So that guy won.
Okay, all right.
Don't feel bad.
All right. Well, I was definitely the loudest at our table.
Oh, yeah.
I think my repeated chanting of Slayer may have given that away.
Juliet didn't have any Slayer. Nor does Matt, I don't believe. I don't think he's in the Slayer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
That's disappointing. I have to rethink this friendship thing with
Yeah,
him.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did want to say too, I thought that was really awesome that as a replacement for the groomsman who couldn't make it, Joe got a groomsperson. He got his friend Jessica. Yeah. She's like due to pop. She's pregnant, very pregnant. She was like ready to go anytime, and she was one of the groomsmen. And I thought that was great.
I was gonna make a joke at some point throughout the night, but it just never had the opportunity to come up about my strange homoerotic feelings for that one groomsman that was up there. He was very pretty.
Yeah, well, you've always had that preggers fetish. So. Yeah, no, that was cool. I thought that was very modern.
Yeah.
Also, the music choices at the wedding.
Oh my Christ!
There's a John Williams explosion there.
Pretty much, yeah. Surprised that the Superman theme was not among them.
I really was too, yeah. Yeah, I really was.
But Star Wars music, Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park was the
bridal. Yeah. She wanted. That's how cool she is, right? It's not like she's like, okay, you can do one of your nerdy stuff. She's like, no, I want to come out to this Jurassic Park song. That's awesome.
And then during the ceremony when everyone left, Joe and Jenny greeted each row and each person, as they left, they would walk up to each row and then those people could be dismissed, but
right.
Say hi to Joe and Jenny as they were leaving. They got to our row, which for some reason Kathleen, Jeremy, and I all sat in the back, so we were.
I know, I couldn't even see Kathleen. I honestly,
she was shoved in a corner.
I was like, is she even? I was like, because there was one point where the minister was like, look at your spouse if they're here, and I was looking for her, and I was like, is she even in this room? I don't know. I can't find her.
For the longest time, we were trying to hold the row to so that we would be the only 3 people in it. But then, last minute, a couple of people came in and had to sit in that row. But so during that point, we were leaving, and Joe shaking my hand, and he's like, "Eric, thank you for coming." I give him a hug. I'm like, "Congratulations." I didn't say that actually. I said, "Good job," because I'm an idiot.
It gets the point across.
Yeah. And he's like, "Have you met Jenny?" I was like, "Yeah, we met once. The Scott Pilgrim screening. The other important events in your life."
Yeah. That's right. The sneak peek or whatever.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, they're very cool. And then the fucking program,
the Calvin and Hobbes comic on the back,
and the original Joji artwork on the front.
I had modified mine.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You inserted the Flash and Buffy.
Yeah. Flash is the best man. Buffy is the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
We were maid of honor.
That's awesome. You should ink it and put it up. Put it on the blog.
But yeah, it was just a ton of fun, and I mean, from my perspective, it was the best wedding that I've been to.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a ton of fun, a lot of good people.
I mean, because it was silly and loose. It wasn't like I said. It just didn't feel claustrophobic in there.
Right.
And at the same time, it was so beautiful, and you could tell everyone was so moved emotionally that it was. I mean, it was great. Usually weddings are fucking boring. I will put that out
boring
there.
and dry, and it just. I mean, obviously, the people getting married love each other, but it's just so staged and cliche.
Right.
And I'm really glad that Joe and Jenny injected a lot of their personality into the ceremony.
It felt like them instead of
right.
just some tradition that they were taking part in to appease family members.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I loved his best man Mike, his brother. He said something at the reception about how marriage gets a bad rap. It's I know marriage gets a bad rap, and everybody says it's right. and he was just talking. He wasn't reading anything.
Right,
you could tell. And I thought that was really great that he was acknowledging that a lot of people do think of marriage as this.
It's a trap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he was like, it's great and you're gonna love it. And I thought
that's
that
awesome.
That was really cool. He's been married for a decade and
right.
he still feels that way. And that was just kind of inspiring. I thought that was great.
From every aspect of this, I cannot, other than the nobody telling me about the open bar.
Yeah.
Other than that, and the waitress who took away my beer glass.
Oh, did she? Ooh.
I was pissed. She did it while my back was turned.
Maybe she was cutting you off.
Yeah. Showing her fucking plastic cups.
Yeah.
But other than those 2 things, it was a perfect event that I was glad to be there.
I took a dump at the reception.
I only pissed.
Yeah.
Which bathroom did you use?
I used the one by the other wedding reception, the disco ball wedding, because I was like,
okay.
I was like, if I'm going to be in here taking a dump, I don't want like
people in your
exactly.
party. Right,
like I don't want to walk out of the smelly stall,
right.
Like Joe's dad's washing his hands. So I was like, I'm gonna go down. Like there's like 3 wedding parties going on. And there was one like by the entrance that had a disco ball because I saw like someone going out in their reception hall and like it was like dark in there, but there was like orange and green lights just circling the room, and I was like, what? So I was like, I'm going to use the disco restroom, and I took a dump in there.
I took a piss in that one, just because, last Saturday when I went to that comic convention, there were 2 floors to the thing, and, I walked into the first floor one, and just, it was full. Like, there were no places for me to do anything. So, like, it was like, I bet the one upstairs that nobody has used it.
Yeah.
And I was fucking right. It was clean. There was nobody in there. And, I mean, that room was just as busy as the downstairs. But I guess everyone just goes to the downstairs one.
But you should have changed that because your buttocks may have touched the same porcelain that Tim Seeley's buttocks.
Well, I'm not that big a fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Could have been worth it though.
But I was pretty drunk. Your girlfriend was pretty drunk.
She did mention. I talked to her a while ago. She said she had a migraine earlier today, and I was like, "Was it from drinking last night?" And she said no. So I'm gonna have to believe her on that. But after you mentioned your situation, I'm wondering, if you guys weren't just hungover because you're lightweights, and I'm just, the man that I am.
30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. True that. I think I had like 4 glasses of wine and rum and coke over like a 6-hour time span. Not exactly pounding them.
Yeah. But she was kind of drunk there towards the end. Especially when she tried to hook me up with 2 girls.
Well, that would have been good. That was nice of her, though.
It was a nice try. Yeah. I really appreciated her efforts.
Gesture, yeah. Trying to get you a menage a trois at the Reddit wedding reception.
Sadly did not work out that way.
That would have been great. That would have been awesome. That would have been a perfect end to a perfect night.
And at one point, because she invited these 2 girls over, and there was a conversation going on, and I was trying to be not me, and talk to them, and just the conversation never really went anywhere that I could get into, that they could get into, and Kathleen leans over and was like, "Start talking about Harry Potter." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "They really love Harry Potter. Start talking about Harry Potter." I was like, "I don't know a goddamn thing about Harry Potter." She's like, we're talking about Harry Potter right now. You can just jump in and say something.
You could have been like, I'm trying to find a gift for my nephew. He loves Harry Potter. What should I buy? That sort of.
But she was like, I don't know what was happening, but she was convinced that there was a conversation going on that was about Harry Potter that I could just jump into.
Right.
But, I stopped and listened to what they were saying. There was nothing about Harry Potter that was going on.
They're talking about... Oh, they weren't even talking about Harry Potter?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, I was like, there's I would just be bringing that out of nowhere.
Where was I during that? I remember...
You were right there.
Okay, I remember them sitting there, but I don't remember...
Yeah, obviously, there was no conversation about Harry Potter going on.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay.
And then Brassfield kept harassing me to try to go talk to a few girls, and one of them apparently would have danced with me if I would have asked. But I am a gigantic pussy, so.
Well, there's always
Joe's next wedding.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny at the I forget if it was at the rehearsal or the actual wedding, but he thanked everybody for coming and he invited us all to the divorce. Okay. I thought that was great. Good times. Yeah.
Good times. Glad that you were there. Glad that Kathleen was there.
Yeah. Even Jeremy.
To an extent, glad that Jeremy and Brassfield were there.
Yeah.
No, I was really glad that they were there too. There. No, Brassfield didn't go to the actual ceremony.
He just showed up for the free food.
Yeah.
And beer at the reception.
To be fair, he went to his other friend's wedding on the exact same day.
Yeah, his coworkers. And, And he didn't drink anything from the free bar.
No.
He's not a drinker.
No, he is not.
So, yeah. I think it's perfectly respectable.
Yeah. And Joe and Jenny managed to save him a plate of food for when he got there because they knew he was showing up late.
Oh, that's nice. See, they thought of everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
To a T.
They had a twister board out.
Yeah. Amazing.
It was really awesome. So, congratulations to Joe G and to Jenny. G.
I think she's still going back.
BG. B-G.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were in the wedding party, so I think you were a must to be there.
I had to show up. Yeah. Because who would do that?
But right. But there was a possibility that I probably would not have been invited
to the
to Joe's wedding.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh really?
I can see that happening.
No, he likes you.
He likes me, but that doesn't mean everything.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there's other people he likes that he didn't invite.
He didn't invite Jack Poland.
Okay. I need to ask this. Why?
He forgot. I mentioned it it was funny because me and Jeremy both asked. Jack Poland is the owner of the store. Me and Jeremy and Joe used to work at.
Joe worked there for a very long time as a teenager. Yeah.
And the other day, a couple weeks ago, we were talking to Jack and we were like, "Oh yeah, and we just want to remind you, and we both need Saturday the 18th off because we're going to Joe's wedding, Joe G's wedding." And he was like, "Joe's wedding?" And we were like, "Oh," and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know he was getting married this soon. I hadn't got an invitation yet." And we were like, "Oh, well, that's weird, awkward." And then so the next bowling night, I don't think you were at the bowling night, and Joe was there, and I was like, "Oh, by the way," Joe was getting his ball out of the bag, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, Jack said something about he hadn't got an invitation," and Joe just kind of paused, and he was like, "Oh shit." He totally forgot. So, but it worked out because Murphy Anderson, one of Jack's favorite 60s Silver Age comic artists, happened to be in Cincinnati the same day, so he had made plans with his wife to go to go there. Yeah. So.
But you know what? I'm going to guess that had Jack been invited, he probably would have gone.
He probably would have?
Would have gone to Joe's.
Probably, yeah. He, I know he went to my brother's wedding. My brother worked there years ago, and
I'm guessing should you get married, you'd probably invite Jack.
I'd think about it. Yeah, at least have him show up to clean up.
Right.
Serve. He could be the bartender.
Oh, there we go.
One for you, two for me. Oh, jeez.
I was just curious as to why Jack would not have been invited.
Oh no, I believe it was an oversight that will probably
haunt him forever.
Yeah, exactly. It'll probably make for some awkward future conversations. But
that's too bad. But still,
I don't know how he would have done with an open bar. I really don't.
Oh. Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, he likes his
beer. I
beer.
Definitely would not have been the second drunkest person there.
Yeah, you would have been shamed, sir. You would have been 1986 Ian MacKay as to Jack. But yeah, so maybe it's for the best.
Yeah.
Well,
was there something else that I needed to say, wanted to say, had to say?
Felt inclined, maybe, to say?
No, just, again, just all the best to Joe and Jenny.
Yeah. Thousands of years to come.
Indeed.
Because maybe they'll learn to, live forever with some sort of...
They're smart people.
Yeah, they're smart people.
Yeah, they could figure that shit out.
We were talking about on here transdifferentiation, where the jellyfish...
Ooh.
These jellyfish age to a certain point, and then somehow their cells reverse, and scientists have discovered this, that they start getting young, Benjamin Button style, and then they get to a certain point, and they reverse back, and they get old, and they said there is no natural lifespan to these jellyfish.
Wow.
They could live for thousands of years, and they're all over Earth, but they're trying to figure out. They're studying that now.
Wow.
It's kind of transdifferentiation. Look it up, kids. It's exciting stuff. So maybe Joe and Jenny will trans-differentiate, which sounds disagreeable, but it's actually a positive thing. And then they'll last forever together.
Yeah. Well, good luck to them and to the
science in general.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And to science in general. All right. That's pretty much the only thing that has happened in my life at this point.
Yeah.
So, anything...
Nothing really, just a homeless guy.
Something you want to talk about off air? Okay. All right. Well, then, pick a movie.
I was going to say, speaking of things that possibly could live forever, I was thinking of picking a vampire movie. I don't know if you've seen the first Twilight yet. So I don't want to pop you right into New Moon if you haven't, but no. Actually, there's a movie I'm kind of excited about seeing lately, and it's called Daybreakers.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You down?
Fuck yeah.
All right. Daybreakers, the vampire movie with Sam Neill and
Ethan Hawke. Willem Dafoe. Directed by the guys who did the movie The Undead.
The Spearberg brothers. Spearberg? Yeah.
They're Australian.
Okay.
I'm familiar with their work and with this movie, and I really
obviously
wanted to see it and slept in that day.
The day was at the theater. Yeah. Well, now is your chance.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right then. So, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess we're out.
Okay.
Congratulations to the world in general.
Okay.
The world is a better place for having been the host, globally speaking, of Jenny and Joe's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook. Or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.